Why is the sea salty? For centuries, people have wondered why ocean water tastes salty while rivers and lakes remain fresh. In this documentary, we explore the science, history, and fascinating myths behind the saltiness of the world's oceans. From ancient legends to modern discoveries by scientists at organizations like National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, we uncover how rivers, rocks, underwater volcanoes, and time shaped the oceans we know today. This cinematic documentary explains the true reason why the sea is salty and reveals the incredible journey of salt across the planet. Let's begin. Imagine standing on the shore, the waves crashing gently against the sand. You taste a drop of ocean water and instantly notice something strange. It's salty, but why? Why is the sea salty while rivers, lakes, and even the rain that falls into them are fresh? Tonight, we uncover a mystery that has fascinated humans for thousands of years. This is the story of how the ocean got its salt. Our planet is called the Blue Planet for a good reason. More than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by the vast, deep ocean. But hidden within these waters is something truly remarkable. The ocean contains about 50 quadrillion tons of salt. That's enough to cover all the land on Earth in a thick layer, hundreds of feet high. The question is, how did it all get there? It's a puzzle that has captivated humanity for centuries, long before modern science could offer an answer. Ancient civilizations, looking out at the same salty seas we see today, came up with their own explanations. In Scandinavian legend, the story is told of a magical salt grinder that fell from a ship and sank to the bottom of the sea. There, it never stopped grinding, endlessly producing salt and filling the ocean. Similarly, in Japanese folklore, a mythical mill, gifted by a sea god, was lost to the depths, where it continued to create salt for eternity. These incredible tales were humanity's earliest attempts to make sense of a simple, yet profound question. Why is the sea salty? While the real answer isn't magic, it's just as epic. Today, science has revealed the true story, and surprisingly, it begins not in the ocean, but on land. It all starts with rain. When rain falls, it's not pure water. It absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, making it slightly acidic. As this rain falls on mountains and rocks, it slowly erodes them, dissolving tiny amounts of mineral salts. These minerals contain many elements, but most importantly for our story, they contain sodium and chloride, the two components that form the salt we know as sodium chloride. Think of every raindrop as a tiny messenger, carrying a microscopic grain of salt from the land. Over thousands and millions of years, these dissolved minerals are washed into streams and rivers. Every single day, rivers all across the world carry these tiny, invisible amounts of salt downstream. The Amazon River alone dumps millions of tons of dissolved solids into the Atlantic Ocean every year. And this is where the magic of the ocean happens. As these rivers flow into the sea, they deliver their salty payload. But when water from the ocean's surface evaporates to form clouds, the salt gets left behind. It doesn't evaporate with the water. So, the ocean acts like a giant basin, continuously collecting salt from the land while the water cycles back as fresh rain. This wasn't a quick process. It took hundreds of millions of years for the oceans to reach their current level of saltiness. Imagine the Earth, long ago, with oceans that were much less salty than they are today. Slowly, grain by grain, year after year, millennium after millennium, rivers delivered their mineral cargo. Continents shifted, mountains rose and fell, and through it all, the rivers flowed, relentlessly carrying salt to the sea. The oceans gradually became what they are today, a vast, stable reservoir of dissolved minerals, a global chemical soup that took an almost unimaginable amount of time to brew. But rivers aren't the only source of the ocean's salt. Deep beneath the waves, another powerful force is at work. On the ocean floor, there are cracks in the Earth's crust where seawater seeps down, getting superheated by magma. This hot, mineral-rich water is then forced back up into the ocean through hydrothermal vents. These vents, like underwater volcanoes, spew a cocktail of chemicals directly into the sea, including more of the elements that form salt. They are a direct pipeline from the planet's interior to the ocean, constantly adding to its complex chemical makeup and helping to shape the unique chemistry of the deep sea. So, with all this salt constantly pouring in from rivers and hydrothermal vents, Why doesn't the ocean just get saltier and saltier until it can't support life? The answer lies in a delicate and beautiful balance. Just as salt enters the sea, it also lives. Some of it gets deposited on the seafloor as mineral sediments. Some is sprayed onto land by waves. Other geological processes, like the formation of salt flats, also lock salt away. This constant give and take keeps the ocean's salinity remarkably stable, hovering at about 3.5% salt by weight. This specific level is the Goldilocks zone. For marine life, not too salty, not too fresh, but just right for the incredible diversity of life that calls the ocean home. The salt in the ocean is so much more than just a taste. It's a fundamental driver of our planet's systems. The saltiness, or salinity, of ocean water affects its density. Colder, saltier water is denser and sinks, while warmer, fresher water rises. This process creates the massive ocean currents that act like a global conveyor belt, transporting heat from the equator to the poles. These currents regulate Earth's climate, influence weather patterns, and distribute nutrients that are essential for marine ecosystems. It plays a key role in supporting nearly all life across the planet. Without a salty ocean, our world would be an unrecognizably different and likely far less hospitable place. So the next time you find yourself standing by the ocean, feeling the cool spray on your face and tasting the salt in the air, take a moment. Remember that you're re-experiencing the final chapter of an incredible story that began millions of years ago. A story written by rain falling on ancient mountains, by rivers carving their way across continents, by fiery volcanoes deep beneath the waves, and by the slow, steady passage of geological time. That salty taste is the taste of Earth's history itself, the story of why the sea is salty. If you enjoyed this journey into one of Earth's greatest mysteries, make sure to subscribe for more documentaries exploring the wonders of our planet, and let us know in the comments what mystery you think we should explore next. Thanks for watching.